Okay, now for example, let's say that you want to grab the title of your green card page. So do not assume that trainer have taught just a few lines of code and spending lot of time wasting here. That's not true. First of all, you need to understand Cypress core concepts. Okay, so without knowing Cypress core concepts, if I blindly start writing code, you can only understand the code what I written in the video. If you try something on your own, you just run into so many problems if you don't understand the core architecture and concepts of Cypress. So with all these concepts, whatever I am teaching, and if you understand that thoroughly, so that tomorrow when you start writing your own test, you can keep all this in mind and make sure you don't run into any weird errors. So focus on how Cypress is working. This is completely different architecture than any other automation tool. So we need to understand our basic concepts here. Once you are very familiar with architectural concepts, then automating is nothing. It's all just about get, find, click, send keys, that's it. Okay, so you need to but understand how this is working and working mechanism of it. Okay, I want to grab this logo, green card. And this lecture is also very important. Please concentrate. So I have class, so I can use this as my CSS selector and provide it here. Or if you are fan of this playground, whatever you see it here, you can use even this to spy. So spy on this and that's it. Copy this step and directly paste it here. Don't worry about anything. Okay, so some people may get doubt that why can't I do like this. I will actually store this web element into one variable called logo, and then I will do logo dot text. Possible, right? So here we were trying to find dot text method will actually returns the text. So instead of directly doing cy dot get dot text, I am first throwing into one variable and variable dot text, which is equivalent ideally. But will this work or not? So in Cypress, if you want to print that in the logs, so if you use cy.log, that will be logged and that will be printed here. Okay, you will see somewhere here. So I can show you once I run this. Save the project. Oh, what happened? Yeah, save it. And you see that logo.text is not a function. What happened here? So problem here is, I told you that Cypress is internally taking care of promise in resolving it. But when you want to throw this step into a variable, then Cypress confuses. If you manipulate the basic Cypress behavior, then handling promise will go for toss. So if you just give this step, then it will add dot then and will make sure that it runs in a sequential manner. But here you are actually taking that into one variable, and here Cypress confuses that whether should I resolve this, and it finally breaks saying that this is not valid. So to make this valid, when you customize things like this, now if you want to grab this in, if you want to grab the text of this, so instead of taking that into variable, you have to handle promise of your own. Okay, so basically you don't want to write cy.get and logo.text into separate methods. Sorry, you want to write them into two separate lines like this, but you can't just throw this step into one variable. You can do it, but you have to handle promise by yourself if you are tweaking the original behavior of Cypress. If you just follow their syntaxes, everything like this in pretty straightforward, Cypress will take care of it. These all are Cypress commands. So Cypress have comfortably take care of promise, but here you are throwing into one variable and then non-Cypress things coming into picture here, and your application will break. So in this cases, you have to manually handle the promise. So how do you manually handle? So you have to resolve it. Dot then. Okay, so you have to resolve like this. Then is a method. If you move your cursor on this, it will explain you that this then method will actually wait until promise is resolved, and then you need to open a function, and in this function you have to write your remaining code. Okay, so when the promise is resolved, that resolved promise will thrown into one variable here. So you can logo element. Okay, so if you try to use then method, then this promise is resolved and the resolved variable falls here, and on this you can apply dot text, and now it works. Okay, so comment out this, and sorry, where is our Cypress? Perfect. You see that execution is going on, and it will print cy.logo. Did I miss something here? Sorry, it's log, right? Sorry, log is a method which will print in our output. Save this again, and don't worry, I'll explain you again how tricky it is. Perfect. You see that log green cart is printed in your output. Then why that complained earlier with an error message? We did same thing, right? We actually took that into one variable like this. We actually took into one variable and it did not work. As I said, promise got confused because you introduced non-Cypress code, so that Cypress cannot handle it. In that case, it's your duty to resolve this promise manually by giving then method, and then catch whatever it resolved into a variable by into this logo element, and on this apply grab text, so that text will be grabbed, and log method will help you to print in the output. Okay, so this is how Cypress works, and we need to accept it. Okay, if you are already aware of protractor, you may understand little better, but you are first time JavaScript programmer, and this is how things work. Now let me explain all these steps. Even this returns promise, but Cypress have a mechanism that if you concatenate your one command with another Cypress command, then Cypress command understands that both are Cypress commands, right? So it will wait and it will resolve promise by internally, and it will pass to this. Okay, so here if you see eq method, this is Cypress command, find is a Cypress command, contains a Cypress command. Now this will also return promise, but this find method will have an ability to resolve the promise whatever it is receiving. Cypress have written code like that, and after resolving only it applied dot product on this, and now equal method also have ability to handle, and contains also have an ability to resolve promise on your own. All these are Cypress commands, and they have written code to handle that. But here when you store into one variable, variable is not Cypress, so this do not have any ability to actually grab that and resolve promise. So without resolving promise, it will simply returns promise. That means returns the state of the behavior. But your ultimate aim is to resolve it and then work on it. But here you are simply returning promise. So on that you cannot work. So when it happens like that, you are manually resolving with then method. That's why I have shown you this method. Yeah, these guys told that in general you have to manually do all these then method, but Cypress is taken care. So as this is not Cypress, so we, whatever they were saying manual resolving, we are doing it here. Then and get it and print it. Okay, so that is the concept you need to know. And one more interesting and important thing here, text is not Cypress command. Okay, so after you resolve promise, you are able to concatenate with this, but even you cannot do like this. Do you think it works? Dot text. What do you think? Will this work? Just give a thought. Okay, so trainer just 2 minutes ago, what trainer told you just 2 minutes ago? He just told you that if the concatenation is also Cypress command, then the child command will have ability to resolve the promise and then accept the parent input. So with that logic, here text also Cypress command, and which is a child for this parent command. So we say it as parent child chaining. So this should have ability to resolve the promise and print the text, right? But it won't work because text is not Cypress method. It's not Cypress command too. Again, this is one more new concept. Okay, just don't worry. That's it. I think with this lecture we were done on all the basic concepts. For our next lecture we will do just exercises with singing a song. Okay, so that's easy, cakewalk from next lecture. You need to only digest the concept, maybe this and next lecture probably, but thereafter everything is a smooth journey. So let me explain you why text is not Cypress command. Go to API and commands. Here they listed all the commands what Cypress supports. Try for a text, you won't get it. And what you need to understand here, Cypress also supports jQuery methods, and text is a jQuery method. There is no inbuilt method available in Cypress to grab the text. So that I want to showcase here. So let me say how to grab. When I initially started learning this is how I learned. Let me explain you how to get text Cypress. I googled this and then I went to the documentation of Cypress official FAQs, and here somewhere they have given this. Yeah, how do I get element text content? Okay, so they were saying that Cypress commands yield jQuery objects. So that means our commands can also work on jQuery object, and in jQuery is one of the developer tool available to manipulate the DOM, which is not at all related to testing terminology, but Cypress is supporting jQuery, which you need to understand, and you need not know anything about jQuery. Okay, so what all you need I will cover in this course. So in jQuery there is a method called text, which will actually return the text from the locator. So as Cypress is supporting it, we were able to use it here. As it is non-Cypress, this will not work. Okay, so this do not have intelligence of handling promise and resolving by its own. Let us see. So if I want to print it in output, cy.log, and let's print it in the output. Save the project. You see that cy get dot text is not a function. Then you might get it out. We already used here text, right? Then how did it work? Here you resolved promise. Look carefully. You got each and every element from this array. The element whatever it returned is the resolved index. It's not just returning promise. We resolved it and then we were trying to do it. Okay, that's the reason you are able to spy on it. But here there is no resolving thing. But it worked here, right? How did it work here? Because we resolved it. The promise whatever we have here, we resolved it, and on the resolved you got text method. For suppose tomorrow if Cypress guys came up with text command, which is inbuilt of Cypress, then you need not worry about all this dot then. Now all these are Cypress commands, so we really did not care about, at least I did not talk about any promise word, right? I need to only talk whenever we were working something out of beyond Cypress. Okay, so that's why it's throwing an error. Don't worry, it might be little hard to digest now, but going forward we will do lot of exercises and you will get very clear idea. Just don't be panic for this. And you might also get a question that how would I know what jQuery supports? Okay, so basically just text jQuery, type like this. Yeah, this is the method what I am talking about. Text method returns the text content of the selected element. So this is our selected element and this is the text method retrieving the text what is present here, and this is from jQuery. This is not Cypress. Just because Cypress also helps us in supporting jQuery objects, I am able to use this text method. Okay, so that's the overall concept. I hope you are at least 30% clear. I'm not expecting you to be fully 100% clear at this moment. Just have some idea that non-Cypress commands, let me write here. Non-Cypress commands cannot resolve promise by themselves. We need to manually resolve it by then, whatever method we have seen for now. That's it. Just remember this. And whenever you see something which is non-Cypress, do remember to use then method to resolve it. Okay, so that's pretty much about this lecture, and hopefully most of the tricky concepts are done. I'm hoping. I don't know, I have to go through the list to see if I covered all or not, but anyways we will proceed with again coding in our next lecture. Okay, thank you.